Hey everyone, this is Will. So in this video, I am not just going to tell you what are the main different features between Teachable and Podia, but I will try to explain why actually one or the other platform suit you better and which one is the better choice. I do have special discounts and bonuses for both of these platforms, so check the links down below in the description. By the way, I do have a separate video on my main channel that compares all of the course platforms, so definitely check that video out. It's going to be very useful. I will leave a link down below for that. Also, every single week I give out one of my courses completely for free, so subscribe to this YouTube channel, press thumbs up on this video and leave a comment to enter the competition. Alright, so let's start out with pricing, because let's be honest, pricing is one of the most important parts when it comes to course creation. So when it comes to Teachable, they actually used to be much cheaper, but they have increased their prices, and I think they have increased their prices recently in the past few months because they are the biggest course creation platform out there. I think that might be because they are the oldest one. I'm not too sure. I have been using them for many years. Like, I started out with them many years ago. So they have been out there for a while. And because of that, because they have built out this authority, they do have more expensive pricing. So if we look at the monthly plans, as you can see, the basic plan costs $39, and if we look at Podia, the mover plan, which is the basic plan as well, is $39 as well. So you would think it's the same. However, you do need to pay attention that Teachable also has 5% transaction fee, and honestly, that is quite a lot, especially when it comes to online courses, depending obviously how much you're going to charge for your online course. But a lot of times online courses are at least a couple $100, so this can really add up quite a lot. Let's say if you're selling a course for $200, then 5% of those $200 is going to be $10 in fees just for selling that one course. So as you can see, this can really add up quite a bit. So definitely when it comes to basic plan, Podia is a winner here because they just have a set $39 plan, and that is it. There are no fees or anything like that. When it comes to the actual features, because that matters a lot, it's not all about just the price. As you can see, you will get vast majority of the main features that you need for an online course. There are a couple of things, because I'm not going to go through everything, I'll just mention a couple of things that are actually important to pay attention to when choosing between the two platforms. So one thing that Teachable did actually very recently, they just created coaching product. So if you plan to do coaching, then this is something that you might take into consideration. I think it's the only course platform right now that has a specific feature as coaching. However, if we look at Podia, Podia also has some features that none of the other platforms have and Teachable doesn't have. So as you can see, first of all, obviously both of the platforms have online courses, but they also allow you to create your own storefront, which kind of you can do on Teachable as well. But they also have digital downloads. So this is something that I feel like a lot of people are using, even if you're not using it right away. At some point later down the road, you might actually decide to do digital downloads. It's really a good way to also sometimes just get the people in to purchase a little thing from you, and then you can upsell your course after that. So something to keep in mind, that Podia actually provides that. And what they also do, they also have a tool to host webinars. So if this is a way of how you're going to market your course, that is very powerful, because you don't need to use another software. You can just use Podia software, and Teachable doesn't have that. Also, Podia has messaging. So basically you have sort of a chat within Podia that makes it very simple to message your students and to talk with them. Another thing that you have to keep in mind though, that is very crucial, is that as you can see on Podia, to have additional teammates, it costs $20 per month, which means basically if, let's say, you want to have maybe another person that you are working with that is your partner, or perhaps you just want to have a virtual assistant to help you out with customer support or whatever it is, you're going to pay $20 per month. So that is quite a lot, to be honest. I really wish it was less than that. And on Teachable, as you can see at the basic plan, you have 2 admin level users, so you don't have the same problem. So this really kind of depends whether you're going to use additional people to join you in your course. So in that case, Teachable is definitely cheaper. Well, to start out, it's cheaper, then it's $20 cheaper. But then again, keep in mind that you're paying that 5% transaction fee. So after a couple of sales, it's really not gonna take that long. It's going to eventually add up and to be more expensive than Podia. Another very important difference to mention between these two platforms. So you can go through all of these features and all of that, but if you go here to press to compare the plans, you will see that on the basic plan with Teachable, first of all, they don't have any live chat. And at the beginning, especially, I feel like when you're just starting out, especially if you're not very tech savvy, I don't think these platforms are difficult at all, to be honest, but sometimes you might have some questions if you're trying to do some more advanced stuff, if you're trying to install a very specific pixel or something like that, then the live chat, it can be very, very helpful, and it's a pity that with Teachable's basic plan, you don't have live chat, while with Podia, I don't believe they write here about the live chat, but they actually do. I know from experience, they actually do have live chat on their basic plan. So that's one thing to keep in mind, that I think is pretty important for a lot of people. Also, Podia, as you can see here, they provide, oh, actually they write 7 days a week support. I don't know if they write, let me see if they write, yeah, they write live chat, email, or video regardless of your plan. Free migration. So what this means also on annual plan with Podia, you can also get free migration from another platform. So if you are using now Teachable, Thinkific, whatever it is, they can actually take all of your content and do all of the work of migration for you for free, which is amazing. And I don't think Teachable is doing that right now. And another thing to keep in mind, by the way, if you look at the annual plan, let's go back here on Teachable plans, on Teachable pricing. So you will see that on the annual plan, Teachable costs $29, so they do give 20% discount. And Podia does the same thing as well. They actually just show you that you save up $78. So this turns out to be a little bit more. This turns out to be, I think, $32 per month. So it's a couple of dollars more, but basically more or less kind of the same as Teachable. So when you decide to go with a pro plan, and I would say if you don't even know which plan you want to use, most of the time you can start out with the basic plan. You will really get pretty much everything that you need. The only time when you really want to, well, I would say it depends obviously on your case, but usually when you want to upgrade for the pro plan, when you want to have some advanced pricing features. So let's say if you want to bundle your different courses, if you want to provide payments over extended period of time, so people don't need to pay all at once, these kind of things. Also, if you want to have affiliate program, create affiliate program, because that on both on Podia and on Teachable, that only exists on the advanced plan, as you can see right here. It's only Thinkific that I also have made a tutorial about. That's the only platform that actually provides affiliate marketing program on their basic plan. So when it comes to the advanced plan, I'm not going to go again through all of the features. One thing to keep in mind is at the admin level, you can have on Teachable, you can have 5 different users, which is just something that might be important for some of you depending on how many people you're working with. So that's something to keep in mind. And other than that, if you go to Podia, the cool thing on the advanced plan is that you also get memberships. So you can actually set up memberships with subscriptions that the users are going to be paying monthly fees every single month. And you also have Zoom integration, which is very cool. And you can also have blog, and you can also set up an offsite buy button. but which you can't do with Teachable. But technically there is a way to go around it. You can actually just, what I used to do is I would just take the checkout URL and just put that on my WordPress, put that in as the buy button, and that would directly lead people to the checkout. So there are ways to go around it, but in general, aside from those things, everything else I would say in terms of features are more or less the same when it comes to Podia and Teachable. I've used both of the platforms, and I haven't really found something that one platform has and the other platform doesn't have. There are a couple of main differences, as I said, in terms of digital downloads and those things that I already mentioned, but aside from that, I would say that more or less the features are kind of the same. And when it comes to the actual pricing, as you can see, the Shaker plan, which is the advanced plan on Podia, costs $79 a month. And if we go to Teachable, Teachable is actually, let's go to monthly, $119 a month. So it's actually $40 more expensive than Podia. And I honestly don't know why. I don't really see Teachable being that much better, because $40, let's be honest, is quite a bit every single month. Well, when you're selling online courses, I don't think this is that expensive. But actually, when you go from paying $79 to paying $120, that is quite a bit every single month. And that is going to add up over time. So the $40 more expensive price tag, I don't think it really makes sense, to be honest. I do think that Teachable kind of is just taking advantage of being the most sort of well-known platform out there. And if you look at the annual plan, again, you get around 20% discount, so $99 for Teachable. And again, Podia doesn't show you, they just show you that you save $158. So that becomes, I think, around $67. So it's a little bit less of a discount, I think, than Teachable, around the same as well. But so then it's $67 compared to $99. So still, Podia is a lot cheaper. So when it comes to features and all of that, I would say especially if you care a lot about the price, then Podia is definitely a better option in that case. When it comes to using the actual dashboards, as you can see right here, I would say that Podia has a very simplistic dashboard. As you can see, it's you have your products, memberships, messages, all of that. You have a button to create all of the different pages, and if you want to create all of the different products right here. And for me, really, I would say is just the way I think Podia was trying to make this is just very simple. And even if you don't know anything, you're really not tech savvy, it should be very simple to use this. When it comes to Teachable, I'm not saying that Teachable is much more difficult, but I think the interface makes it a little bit more maybe difficult, but at the same time, it is a really nice interface and all of that, and neither of these platforms are honestly difficult to set up, and I don't know if I necessarily have a preference. I do think that I enjoy Podia maybe a little bit more because the interface is just so simplistic, whereas with Teachable I need to kind of take a couple of extra steps, but at the same time, honestly, the difference is so very little. I would really advise you, because both of these platforms, by the way, they have free trials for a couple of weeks, so you can go and check out which user interface you prefer more. I would say personally maybe Podia is a little bit better. And when it comes to page creation, because that is a very important feature, honestly, I always advise to create landing pages outside of these platforms, to have tools that really allow you to customize a lot, and you can increase your conversions a lot more. It makes such a huge difference. But if you decide to go with these tools and create landing pages with these tools, then in both of the cases, in Teachable and Podia, they both make it very simple. As you can see, you have all of your different blocks, you have your banners, you have your text, whatever it is. And the same thing goes with Podia as well. As you can see, in terms of design, I think I like Podia's design a little bit more, to be honest. I don't know what it is about Teachable. But whenever and it's not just for myself, but whenever I also see other people, the pages that they have created with Teachable and with Podia, for some reason, even though these pages in essence pretty much do almost exactly the same thing, for some reason I do always see that the pages made with Podia do tend to look a little bit better in terms of design. So when it comes to page creation, I would say I'm kind of leaning more towards Podia, but again, for myself, I usually create landing pages using other tools that are a lot more advanced. Alright, so I hope you found this review useful. As I said, I have special promotions and bonuses, so I'll leave links down below. Also, as I said, I do have another main channel where I talk about online business and digital marketing, all that kind of good stuff, so make sure to check that channel out. If you found this video useful, make sure to press thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, put on those notifications so you see every time I upload a new video that might be useful for your business. Stay awesome, and I'll see you soon.